Hello, this is basically just a little bit of feedback about how I think yesterday's visit to Risley was. We met both groups. The first group were your regular offenders, and they were very funny, very polite, very loud, very enthusiastic, very responsive. Came up with some really good ideas. Harriet did a mime, and they came up with some really good ideas. So the creative abilities quite good. So I'm really looking forward to working with them. The second group in the afternoon were our vulnerable prisoners. They were very difficult to sort of get any sort of response out of. They literally just sat there the whole time, like, not really talking. So they're going to be a bit of a problem, but I think with a bit of perseverance and just generally being careful about the exercises we use and how we facilitate them, I think we can hopefully get some good stuff out of those people as well. The one thing I'd like to criticise about myself, I was very, very nervous yesterday, and as a result of that I struggled to communicate with the groups. One of the guys from the first group actually said to me, "Oh, I can tell you're nervous, you're shaking," and I was just like, that's really embarrassing and not very professional. But I think instead of taking control of the sessions, I managed to speak to the people who were sat next to me for quite a while, and I think that's just as important as being in charge, if you know what I mean. It's not so much a backseat position, because there are things in the planning that I'll be facilitating and I'll be in charge of, so to speak. But yesterday when I was sat chatting to the lads, I think that's just as important, to make sure everyone's involved and everybody's contributing, so I was really happy with that. Another criticism of myself, I did feel myself at times feeling a little bit emotional towards the guys. I felt a little bit sorry for them. Definitely felt quite sad about the fact that they were in prison. You know, they were nice guys to me. What I need to remember is the fact that it's all an act. You know, it's not necessarily the truth, and things they say aren't necessarily what they actually think or feel. It's just how they feel they have to express themselves in front of a group of, you know, young girls who've come in for the day. I think the second group as well, I think a lot of their body language was suggesting a massive facade that they were putting on to us to make us feel sorry for them, and the education guy afterwards said to me that you know, don't feel sorry for them, they're there for a reason, and you know, some of the things they were saying were trying to get you to feel sorry for them, which is the first step in grooming, which is something you've got to be very careful of, and I'd not even noticed that, so that's something I want to look out for next time. I think my problem is, things I did well. I did manage to communicate at times fairly well and hold it together and be professional and hit all the targets I wanted to hit, and built a very good rapport with the first group. And things I didn't do very well, just nerves and general shyness. I need to really get into it on Monday and throw myself into it a lot more heavily. Hang on a second, the phone's ringing. And then I think I'll be able to be very competent and cooperate well and make a good deal of things. At the moment I'm a little bit worried that I'm not contributing enough. But other than that, I was really pleased with yesterday. I was absolutely exhausted, absolutely terrified. But I'm really happy with the way things went. I'm happy with the environment of the prison, which I have to say is very clean, very nice, relatively comfortable. And the lads we met were in the morning group were really nice guys and will be fairly easy to work with to an extent. And the afternoon lads will take a bit of perseverance, I think, and everything's just going to run a lot slower with the second group. Obviously all these things are just first impressions, and by next week I could have a completely different opinion, which I'm fully aware of. something might happen over the weekend or Monday, Tuesday night, and they'll come in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with completely different attitudes and be upset or annoyed or angry, and that's something else I have to think about. I think my task for the weekend is to, we've revised a bit of planning today to make it appropriate for the client groups, and I also need to do a little bit of reading around how to communicate with vulnerable prisoners, because that's not my strongest point at the moment. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned, because I'll have more video blogs for you next week, and hopefully do a lot of writing as well. So thank you very much.